So the problem as our group sees it is that food insecurity is a rising issue in the United States, and that issue has only been exacerbated due to the current pandemic. Food insecurity has doubled among the population in America. 1 out of 8 people are not able to afford healthy eating, and those who can afford healthy eating are paying more than they should be. Healthy eating has become a luxury rather than something that all people should have access to. Now that is where our group Alpha Green comes in. We are going to create a self-sustainable hydroponic system that can be sold directly to consumers and that is meant to be affordable. This is going to allow people to grow their own food, know where their food is coming from, and save a lot more money on healthy eating.
As a mom, I want to be able to give my children the things that they need, and one of the primary responsibilities of a mom is to feed her kids, and that is hard to do on a budget. The things that are less expensive are the things that are less healthy. I want to be able to buy the produce and the dairy that's fresh and healthy. I want them to be able to have the energy that they need to run around and play. My name is Brittany. My husband is Clint. We have 2 little boys, and we love spending time together.
As you can see, food insecurity is a real issue in the United States, especially in southern states. A lot of people in our society are facing not being able to eat healthy and being able to buy the things they need. To battle this food insecurity problem, we plan to, or our solution is our affordable hydroponics farm. And this farm will be placed inside the user's home or anywhere they please. And it will provide an affordable solution to grow fresh food and vegetables to help relieve the high prices of fresh food and to help relieve the unhealthy foods, so on and so forth.
Now that we have addressed the problem, let's discuss our brainstorming process. We knew from right off the bat that we wanted to do hydroponics, but not necessarily sure how we wanted to apply it. We knew that by growing plants in water instead of in dirt, that there would be a better chance of keeping the pH stable and plants regulated as they would in dirt, but we weren't necessarily sure how we wanted to go about regulating it in a consumer-related environment. We broke our brainstorming process into 3 main stages: 1, initial design; 2, sustainability; and 3, re-innovate. The initial design allowed us to throw around ideas regarding shape and height, while sustainability analyzed the design in relation to our book, The Hydroponic Essential Guide. The book showed us the optimal living conditions for certain plants and certain systems. And lastly, re-innovating was the brainstorming of our new and current design that we have.
As Maya just mentioned, we had to alter our initial idea to suit the circumstances we encountered along the way. We started with a cylindrical shaped system with a spiral design to carry water to the plants. Holes would be made such that we could insert the plants and their mediums. We considered this idea since we thought that the system that had height over width would be more ideal for spacing of plants. We wanted to go vertical instead of horizontal, but this was not as efficient as we thought. The spiral had less benefits than it did downfalls, so we had to change things up.
Sustainability was a combination of the nutrient solution needed in addition to the variability in plants. We wanted variability such that we had fruits and vegetables to represent what people actually buy at markets, in addition to having a nice nutrient solution that can be conducive to both fruits and vegetables, since not all of them have the same nutrient solution. And this is when we started running into issues with our initial design.
Where the complexity of what me and CJ had to design on Monday and Tuesday comes into play. Right, CJ?
2 separate reservoirs are.
You can do that, okay? Listen to this, okay? But that means that you can't do the spiral design anymore. You have to change it all the way up. And no longer do you want to do a circular plate. And if you do something like that, it's going to even be harder. So you're going to basically try and create 2 systems built into one. 2 smaller systems and just basically stack them together. So it'd be
Just to buy a nutrient solution.
Yeah, I'm not creating a nutrient solution.
Yeah, we will create it.
Question though for
It
y'all.
will be very difficult to make it.
Okay, but listen to this. Listen to this. So they said that the end product doesn't matter, but the research does. Okay. So what if we decided that we were going to create our own nutrient solution based on the things that we want to grow.
That's
And then
the thing, we have to, because if you guys are wanting to grow both plants, Jesus Christ, both vegetables and fruits, they don't necessarily have the same nutrient solution. That was one of the comments I made.
When we ran into issues regarding our plant health and our nutrient solution, we went back and forth between not having variability in our plant life, since we had to decide whether or not we wanted to grow just fruits or just vegetables, which is a problem since we were trying to create a salad. In the end, through our decision matrices, we were able to find a nutrient solution that was able to accommodate both fruits and vegetables, which was very beneficial to us in the end.
Oh my God. It's really simple. Ready?
Okay.
Plants go in here, plants go in here. This is where you keep your water and electrical. You got a little step stool right there for Tondo. It's on wheels. That's all you need to know. There's 2 PC fans and 2 things in each one of these.
Here we reached our last stage, reinvention. Here we created a new design, which is a rectangular shape rather than the old spiral shape. This allowed us to optimize the amount of plants that we were growing and increase the harvest that our consumers would get from our system. Also, we were able to split our system into 2 compartments, which would allow us to put vegetables in one compartment and fruits in another compartment, so that each of them would have their optimal growing conditions.
So this right here is our audience feedback. This is our interviews and surveys that we did. This helped us make later decisions that people were more concerned about, and also let us get a poll of the market so that we know how people feel about hydroponic systems and what everybody's knowledge base on the subject is. So in this clip right here, you can see me actually cleaning out my garage. It was very dirty, and it still is to this day, but we had to get some stuff out of the way so we could complete the project. This is for prototyping. As well as in these clips, you can see me in my garage. I have CAD view up. I'm using this to get my measurements to make sure it's precise. Our mentor said, measure 14 times and cut once or something like that.
And I guess that's what I'm thinking is that, whenever you're talking about building something, you probably want to measure twice so that way you can cut once and be sure that it's like, this is exactly what we want, this is the design. Give yourself some space just in case you want to make changes to it too. If you build it and then you're like, oh, actually, we should have did this, or we should have added this other little component over here too. That can always be kind of helpful.
I don't remember what exactly he said, but it's something along those lines. And so right now, you see me building the plant tray, because that's something I can do by myself. It was really easy. And then later within the week, we should see CJ come and help me, probably after the documentaries due though, so that's unfortunate. But yes, this is me building the plant tray. So this is our plant tray before we drilled our holes in. I will show you later clips of it with holes, and we will be drilling holes next to it for the vine plants, to build a structure for it. So this is what our thing looks like. I didn't have to use primer or glue, but I did. Since it's not a pressurized system, you could just use the yellow glue from Lowe's. It's really simple. But the plan is to spray paint them to green or a black. It's basically to just make it look, aesthetically pleasing. But it's not really necessary. All the holes are 7 inches apart, and the holes are actually 2 inches in diameter. So this is kind of like my process of collecting all the materials. As you can see, we've already got our water pump, and this was me doing my research on grow lights to see what was around me in my area. We're actually probably going to order our grow lights on Amazon, as they're way cheaper, and I have more of a selection. So I've already ran to Lowe's probably about 7 times now. This is the time where I took 10 feet pipe and fit it in a Toyota Corolla. Yeah. I mean, how do you guys feel about the project so far? Do you guys like what we're doing? Do you think it was worth actually
Oh yeah, I really
participating in
enjoy
hydroponics?
I really enjoy the topic we chose and where we've taken it so far, especially with costs and even the design phase as well.
Okay.
Like prototyping is like the best part. Honestly, I think prototyping, since we kind of started early, we started in like December. I feel like that what makes it even more fun for us because we started it early for everybody.
So it's easier because we started early. Like you feel like you know the stress is off of you now.
Yeah, because I feel like for us specifically, ours is just more data collection and being able to see impact rather than the actual, product itself. Or at least for consumers, it would be product, but for us, it's data collection to see how effective it was.
So like so what we'd want to do in the future, or like what we're aiming towards, is just data collection after this, right? Like, is there anything else that we want to change? Like I know we have some edits that we have to make, especially after we did the build. There's still a lot of edits we have to make, but like, is there anything else we want to do with this? Because we still have 3 months of time before the expo. Like we could go above and beyond. Like,
yeah, we have to, obviously after the build, we need to, kind of actually start, I guess like one of us is going to take the actual system and we're going to actually start growing food and kind of track the process over time and, the process of the plants growing. And, hopefully by the end of in the time of the expo, we're going to have like actual plants and crops that we can actually produce and show that this thing actually works. So,
It'd be amazing if it worked the way we want it to.
And
then that would be amazing.
And for the actual growing of the plants, like we can start growing them soon. I just need to find a place that sells the right seeds that we need, and then from that, we're sky's the limit on the plants. Anything else?
I mean, I'm really excited.
I was very excited. I'm so excited to see how this goes.
I started, to be honest, but now that
like it doesn't feel like a project anymore. It just seems like a hobby. Like I don't know.
Oh my gosh, I agree with that. It's not even a project anymore. I really am excited to see how this project this is gonna turn out.
My name is Christopher Reed.
I'm Tandongala.
I'm Maya Bay.
And I'm Michael Richards, and we are Alpha Green.
Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for Alpha Green documentary part 2. Shout out to our awesome mentor for all his help. If you want to learn more about our great project, visit us at www.agplants.com. All right, bye guys.
My name is Christopher Reed.
My name is Tandongala.
My name is Maya Bay.
And I'm Michael Richards.
What? Richards!
Just run with that.